wow, it is Allergy City here in Seattle.
I'm hoping that I can remain alive during this podcast today. I am like having trouble breathing. Like I'm having like allergy-induced asthma.
Yeah, that's what it's called. We did some Googling.
Because it's like, okay, anxiety issues. Like there's usually a breathing issue or like a weight on your chest situation.
Is this anxiety or is this actually a thing? Who knows?
I'm like, do I need more antihistamine or do I need to calm the fuck down? Like I am just, and then when you're thinking about your breathing and then it just gets worse.
Like,
I hope none of you were thinking about it. Stop it. Just let your body do its thing.
We're here. Hey guys, this is Coffee with Rachel. I'm Chris.
I'm Rachel. It's also like 11:30 at night.
Yeah, so we're not having coffee right now. We're lying. It's not Coffee with Rachel.
Some nice iced tea, you know.
And I am crazy. I still have a hot drink, but I decided to make a berry zinger tea. It's one of those stupid teas that's in the grocery store aisle that's like shit, but I still love it.
We're still not like getting bougie tea at this point. Like every once in a while.
Listen,
we'll get, like,
somebody sent us Tazo tea, but it was like a huge ad. Teavana, not Tazo. Teavana. I get them mixed up. They both have a
They're
T.
the same brand.
Yeah.
Because it's still Starbucks owned.
So we have this huge bag of like mint that's like spearmint and peppermint and all this stuff.
I love that
We're
shit.
still going through it, but like that's like the fanciest we've gotten with tea.
I know. I want those teas that like bloom a flower in the bottom of your mug.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like I would, first of all, you would see that on my Instagram feed for the next 3 months. Second, fuck. You wouldn't even want to like finish it because it just looks so pretty.
This berry's got a zing to it.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
They even have marshmallows that are like flowers that I've seen, and they put them on like hot cocoa and they like bloom into like big flowers.
How does that work?
It just like it just unsticks itself once it hits like the liquid.
Lila is a marshmallow that turns into a flower.
To be honest, I believe that. So do you have a fact, even though we're not even drinking coffee?
Yeah, I do have a fact. I'm not sure if this is one that we've done before, but I'm going to do it anyway.
We're on 169, aren't we?
Yeah, but we haven't been doing facts the whole time. So.
True, that's true.
But this is, I don't know why I've never gone to Wikipedia before, like just the coffee page on Wikipedia. But
it's because I told you it's not a reliable source.
Yeah.
But either is this podcast.
High school really fucked me up on Wikipedia. I can never trust her.
Yeah.
But this says that South Korea has like a huge growth in coffee shops, and that Seoul actually has the highest concentrations of coffee shops in the world, with more than 10,000 cafes and coffee houses.
See, I wanted to visit Seoul. Like,
I would absolutely love to go to Seoul.
Places in Asia, I feel like that's where I really want to go the most because it just looks so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you would be like, you'd be sending yourself back a skincare package. Like,
you don't even fucking know. See, that's the thing. Like, I have to really plan ahead because those liquids, you know, the airplanes.
No, you would have to mail yourself a package. I would
definitely be mailing myself or like one checked suitcase that's literally just sheet masks. Like, are you kidding?
That would be so fun, though. Honestly,
it would. The food, the skincare, the sites.
I would just feel so inferior because I know everybody's got fantastic skin from all the skincare. Like, it would be a good time, though.
But yeah, so okay, it's 11:30 at night. I'm dying. It's fine. We're having like a busy weekend because it's Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, that's a holiday that exists.
So we had to get this podcast done earlier in the weekend. So we were like, fuck, we're sitting around right now. Rachel's just out of breath. It's fine. Yeah. It's a good time to talk for an hour.
So we apologize also for some of the issues that we were having with last week's episode because we had to be a day late and $1 short because we changed the RSS feed on it. And so then we were kind of talking to iTunes about like, there were some issues with like getting the episode to people. Like some people were having some issues. And just the answers that we got back, like it really...
This is from fucking Apple, okay?
Yeah, it's like... They basically were like, yeah, sure, I was able to subscribe to your podcast. I was able to view the latest episode 168. Tim Cook knows what this clitoris is doing. Like, therefore, your issue has been resolved. Like, I got that from Apple.
Like, that employee, like, did a person write that or was that automated?
No, somebody wrote that.
Like, and, like, I didn't even think about the fact that it's their CEO.
Yeah.
That we fucking said that. Like...
Of course, that's the episode. Every time we contact them, and it's like
just
about
the weirdest. I mean, we never have a like normal title, honestly.
Yeah, I mean those clickbait titles, we really get you guys.
I think it's fun. Honestly, I can never even remember like what the quote is, and then I'll just hear Chris like screaming by the computer, and then he's like, "I found it."
That's like the best part is like if there's ever like a pause or something like that, I'm writing down like something that we said.
Yeah, Chris frantically trying to like write down things that I say as I continue to spew a bunch of nonsense.
Listen, I say some things sometimes.
That's true. That's true.
Every once in a while I get
one.
And
usually when we have guests on the show, their quotes are in the title.
Yeah.
Because, you know, ladies first or whatever, you know. You come into my home, you're a guest. I'm a nice hostess on my podcast.
I guess you can have the privilege of being a title.
Yeah. So I want to talk about something that you made me fucking endure last night, okay?
Okay. Please explain.
Well, Chris and I...
Oh.
Okay, we do this thing now where we try to get each other to watch movies that we've seen by ourselves before we started dating. And there's not that many... Besides really bad ones on my side.
Yeah, like I saw... Matthew McConaughey. Okay, what have I seen so far?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yes.
The other one, The Wedding Planner.
The Wedding Planner. I'm getting them mixed up, and I need to do Made in Manhattan next.
All of High School Musical, the first Camp Rock, and a lot of Disney originals.
Yeah, so I need to finish Camp Rock, like do the second one, do High School Musical 3, and do Made in Manhattan. Those are like the 3 on your end that
there's
are like
hot.
There's
a few more. Okay, Deep Blue Sea fucking has to happen.
I need to see this parrot that I've heard so much about.
It's LL Cool J. He battles a shark because his parrot gets caught in it, and it's just the most beautiful work of cinema that I've ever known.
Yeah.
1999, LL Cool J sings the credit song. It is incredible. There's so many bad sharks, and you need to see it, okay?
Yeah.
So, a movie that Chris had me watch last night, because I had never seen it before. Actually, we've figured out that I've never seen a movie with Nicolas Cage in it.
Which is honestly wild, because he's just like that
How did I avoid that?
He's that actor that's kind of just like, he's in a lot of shit, but he's not really good. He's like Tom Cruise or, Johnny Depp. Like, they're just like there.
Like, Johnny Depp does stuff, but he's a fucking mess, okay? We don't even like him. But, like, Nicolas Cage just delivers a line, like, the most bare minimum way you could deliver the line in the script. You know what I mean? Like
his performance,
he doesn't give anything to it that is like, wow, that was unique because of him.
Yeah, this performance that we saw him in, he was just like, he was there, but he could have been replaced with like any
Dennis
old schmo.
Fucking Quaid. All right, so here's what we watched. We watched the first National Treasure movie because I'd never seen it before.
So I've probably seen this only once, and
it's iconic from what I hear.
Yeah, there was like memes about it, like, you know, we're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Exactly. Like I was ready. I didn't know the whole movie was about the Illuminati and the Freemasons. Like,
yeah,
what?
I like that shit. Like,
it's so funny because of our last episode.
Yeah, the conspiracies and all that stuff. And when we're done with Twilight, I'm gonna have you read the Robert Langdon series.
Yeah.
So like that's all kind of a similar thing. So this is like the dumber version of those books.
So that character in the movie, the Nicolas Cage character,
I don't even know his name.
Like, it's something like Bates. Like he has two names. Gates.
Yeah.
So like their entire family is like conspiracy theorists around like finding this mysterious treasure that's
it's like the Knights Templar,
hidden.
Like all this shit.
And all of the whereabouts are hidden within different like American
historical
iconic
clues.
Iconic things.
Oh my god.
But in my mind, if like that was shot now in 2017, there'd be like a clip where Nicolas Cage is sitting in his bedroom like recording a conspiracy theory YouTube video.
Oh.
That's what I feel like he would have, like a YouTube channel dedicated to it.
And it's like a,
under like an alias.
Is it like vlog style, kind of like Cloverfield was, where it's like follow me around as I'm like finding these clues, you know?
Oh my god, if shaky cam out the ass.
Oh yeah.
I've only seen Cloverfield once, and that was enough.
I liked that movie.
Yeah.
It was good.
I loved the era of shaky cam, home movie,
Paranormal Activity 1,
footage.
Fantastic. Really scary. You know, Cloverfield, fantastic. Good.
It fucked me up.
Alright, so we're off track. Your National Treasure was a national treasure, honestly.
Okay. So immediately as we're like rolling in and it's like opening on all of these men like in the snow area. I don't know where. It was ambiguous. Chris turns to me and he's like, I'm going to just say right now, I guarantee you this does not pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
And so that set the tone for me. And it's so true. Women didn't even speak to each other except for like one time.
Okay, there were less women in this movie than there were instances of Nicolas Cage telling a woman to shut up.
Okay, it was so wild it was literally like an entire scene where they tried to make it cute and flirty that he kept telling her to shut the fuck up.
Like that was like supposed to be like the endearing joke that went along through the whole thing. Like, oh yeah, that. Abigail, she won't shut the fuck up. I know you're talking about her because she just keeps talking.
Why is Diane Kruger doing this to me? And like they get together at the end. I didn't even know there was a romance at all in this. I thought this was just Nicolas Cage running around. There's always a romance. And there's the independence, okay?
You have to have a romance in every story to ever exist. The worst
part is like she's just like this binge that works really high up in government with like the old documents.
Her job was ambiguous. It was something that required an office, and she had an assistant. Like,
and she would touch the Declaration of Independence if she wanted. Like she had access, and I didn't know it was a romance at all. You know, it's fine. And then towards the end, like, she has helped them find this treasure. Like, go through all these fucking clues. And at the end, they're, like, giving the credit.
Oh, yeah.
And they only give it to, like, the nerd boy that's there that, and like, hacks the independence. Yeah. He literally hacks this document. And then Nicolas Cage, and then, like, they donated it all to, like, I don't know.
They were just basically, like, her, like, you know, her record's clean. You don't get her in trouble or anything. But me and Nerd Boy over here, we're getting the credit for finding this. That was essentially how it went.
Yeah. It was wonderful.
It did not age well.
It didn't.
It really did not. Disney makes some weird movies. I don't know if I want to after seeing that. Like, I know it has something to do with Mount Rushmore. Like,
what's going on?
It's a lot.
They, like, go into, like, George Washington's, like, nostril. And there's a map. There is a movie that I saw, like, a clip of at some point when I was younger. And maybe it's the second one. But I just know he goes into, like, the Oval Office and, like, chisels out a little corner of the table. And it's, like, a map, you know?
I think it is the second one. Okay. I don't even know if there is a third one.
Because it must have been on TV, but... It was an experience. Let us know what shitty movie we should watch next.
Oh, God, that was too much. I got to think of some that, like, are ones that I've seen that you have not. One day I'll get you to watch the Bourne series. That's just it's that one, like, dumb action movie series just, like, that I enjoy.
If Matt Damon were more attractive, then I'd be able to handle, like, such a dumb
For being an action series, whatever, it has a decent plot to it. That's why I really enjoy it.
Fucking Matt Damon.
I understand, but like, there's a lot of other people, too.
Dennis Quaid could have replaced
Nicolas Cage. You really are into... Ever since we talked about dog movies and Dennis Quaid, you're really into him.
Like, there's like, I hope... I don't want to, like, research him after this and find out he's horrible, but, like, there's just something so fuckable about Dennis Quaid. It's always been that way since The Rookie, since that one movie with Topher Grace.
Oh my God.
I don't know. There's just like something there. It's The Parent Trap. Like, no one... Okay, The Parent Trap for me was like the height of my bisexuality. Because, like, you have Dennis Quaid, you have Meredith Blake, who is, like, supposed to be the villain, but is clearly, like, the star of this entire franchise. It's only one movie. But, you know, like, I was just very confused.
Cinematic universe.
And then, yeah, like, the mother, what's-her-face, who is just so beautiful, and her name is just escaping me, but, oh, my God.
You had a lot of iconic movies, like My Day with the President's Daughter. Wow.
That is an iconic movie as well.
That was an iconic for you.
You have to watch, like, Aquamarine. Like, how fucked up. We're actually making Chris watch. It's me and my friends. Chris is watching Lizzie McGuire because he wants to be able to watch the
I just watched the episode where she wants a bra.
And it was everything.
It was everything that was promised. And we have a quiz that's kind of related or came up because of that later.
But man, that show... I didn't realize as I was watching it, like, I was so influenced by that show and the style and everything.
Honestly, it's got a vibe, and it's so
cute.
It is a great, accurate representation of what our lives were like when we were in middle school. Like,
because middle school now is like, what the fuck?
That fits perfectly with, like, how we were.
Like, we were watching an episode, and, like, Lizzie's just bored, so she's just, like, making candles. Like, just making candles.
That was
wax.
me. Like, I would be, like... I had this book that was, like, meant for kids. It was, like, weird things that you can make.
Crafts?
And one of them... Yeah. And one of them was, like... But it was, like, supposed to be, like, science-y. Ooh. And, like, one of them was, like, make silly putty. And I was, like... I would do that shit when I got bored.
People are doing that now, the slime craze.
Yeah. Glue shortage.
We were at, like, the craft store, and there was, like, a giant display of, like, the gallons of Elmer's glue.
We're like, we have it, guys.
And then it said, like, slime corner. And I was like, this is so much.
This is 2017.
But anyway, we did watch the Aaron Carter episode, which is like the most iconic episode of Lizzie McGuire, even though he's a total creep
I want candy, you know?
Oh my god, I just remember like Lizzie's wearing these silver metallic flared pants that are like skin tight, and I remember being like, I want those.
Like, everything about her style was like everything that you say you wore.
If she had a pink sparkly poncho, that was me. Like, where the threads are like, there's silvery, sparkly thread being woven. Yeah.
I'd say I'd fit pretty well into what Gordo wears.
That is so fucking true.
Yeah.
Also, Gordo is me. I'm a mixture between Lizzie and Gordo. Miranda was
so
too cool.
Gordo.
Yeah. And I was so in love with Kate. I was so confused. I was like, I don't know. Ethan Kraft to me is just like, he was not a vibe for me.
Nah.
He was also too dumb. You haven't gotten to the part yet where they
started hinting at him being like, he's dumb. But
yeah, they play like just air blowing, like a weird like whistling noise.
The dust.
Yeah, the Dust Bowl.
Yeah,
that's what it is. But I remember just being like, why don't I care about Ethan Kraft? And because I just thought mac and cheese every time, you know, like fuck. But I was so in love with Kate. And I just, like, creeped on her. Like, I was like, oh, where's she now? Because, like, Gordo was a mess. Like,
yeah, but she hasn't done anything else.
She hasn't aged at all. Like, she still looks very young. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So I want to know what she's using skincare-wise.
We got to figure out when the movie plays into the timeline, because it's weird.
It's halfway through, like, whatever the second season
is. I'm surprised there's only 2 seasons of this show.
It felt like more.
Yeah.
Can you believe that, guys? It's literally only 2 seasons.
It's a shame because I'm here for it and I was in for the long haul.
I would fucking lose my mind if they revived that.
Yeah.
If they revived that, that would be the best revival
that
I could think of besides Gilmore Happening, and they fucked that up. So don't give it to Netflix. Give it to like...
Yeah, give it to anybody else.
Honestly, give it to Disney, or I think that's who did.
Yeah, was it Disney Channel? Yeah.
Probably. Oh my god. Because they're gonna like revive all this other bullshit. Like that needs to happen. What is Hilary Duff doing? I know she's got beautiful children. And, you know, Gossip Girl was a vibe. Mm-hmm. Remember? But fuck.
Yeah, anyway. In terms of just the last thing that has been watched or seen since we've been here was I finished New Moon.
Oh my god.
And so we watched New Moon. And, wow, first of all, let's talk about that book. I enjoyed it a lot more than Twilight.
And why?
Because Edward was nowhere to be found.
It's so true. I remember when I was young and I read it and I was like, oh, fuck this. Like, you're just, like, trying to, like, wait until he comes back.
Yeah.
And now reading it as an adult, it's just, like, such great, just wonderful friendship being built.
I'm here for Jacob. I'm Team Jacob. Jacob is great. Yeah. He is...
We'll see how you feel as the time progresses.
I haven't started Eclipse yet, and I know there's a non-consensual kiss that is in there.
Ugh, yeah.
But... Also, Edward, I think both men are not worthy, you know?
I don't think she needs any of these manipulative people, but yeah. I love the friendship with Jacob.
Yeah, the friendship. It was pure and so innocent.
Pure. And I also really like the werewolf lore more than I like the vampire lore. Because the vampires are fucking sparkly and, like, lame, and then these werewolves
They're
are just
granite,
like,
don't forget that. You can't forget that.
They are granite, you're right. When we were watching the movies, they literally give a, like, twinkling wind chime sound effect to the sparkles.
No, it's like, literally like you said they did that in the first movie, and it's like, well, fuck, we gotta keep going with this shit now.
We're stuck with this.
Like, they toned down the noise like hella since the first one.
It's like Mad Eye's eye.
Yeah, it's like Mad Eye's look. They like, shit, we gotta keep this mechanical noise. Like,
it's so vivid to me, and like, I don't know, man. Robert Pattinson looks so good in everything else and his normal life, but
he
in those movies,
like shit, and he acts like shit in those movies. Honestly, he's not a good actor in those movies. He's not doing the roles justice.
And it's so upsetting. And I remember like watching them, and then people were like, he was so much better in Harry Potter. And I was like, oh, well, we'll see about that. Because I couldn't expect him to be good at all. And he is.
Yeah.
He literally has like life inside of him. I know he's playing like a dead character, but like, he takes it too far. Like, there's this like body language that he has where he's just like slumped over and always like looking like glaring out of the corner of his eye at Bella, like in all aspects. He's like
got his lips pursed, like always.
Just like to make it end. And also the makeup team, no offense, but why are they only like super pale on their faces? But then it's like you can see like more pink skin like on their neck where they did blend it.
And I also feel like their lips are also really pink compared to like the rest of their body.
Like when you're reading these books, like the way that they describe it, you're like, okay, I guess they could like pass for, you know, nobody's really gonna bat an eye at these people. But like if I saw the way that they looked in the movies in real life, like I would know something. But I mean,
it's the worst on Edward. Alice doesn't look bad. Like
Alice is just the best.
Jasper just looks weird because
that wig
and
the wig team overall. Like were they working with BuzzFeed? Like what the fuck is going on? Jacob's wig. There's so many wig choices.
The only thing about New Moon that, you know, I'm going to give props where it's due, and we talked about this, is that it was a bold choice for Stephenie Meyer to be like, okay, I got this really popular book. I'm going to make one of the two main characters leave for the entire thing.
When the whole first book is like building a romance with this asshole, and then she's like, he's gone. Like,
yeah, like that's a bold choice.
Risk. Who knew she could be capable of being risky like that?
Yeah, well, you know, we just traded...
Just like in the last book where she randomly flips point of view. Suddenly, not Bella's thoughts. And
I hate it when that happens. I'm excited to see Jacob's point of view, but I hate it when they do that.
At least it's him and not Edward.
Yeah.
Or anyone else, honestly.
I don't know if I could handle Midnight Sun.
When I was listening to Into the Twilight, they were saying that it would have been so great if we had, like, Charlie's point of view, like, and all this weird bullshit.
Shit.
And, like, honestly, he's the spoken favorite of the whole series. Like, he's just the guy.
You know, at the end, who do you choose? Topaz or Russet? That's
those
the
were
choice.
The two adjectives she knew going in that she had to use every page.
Oh, shit. All right, so I think we need to switch gears now and talk about Squeezy.
Oh, no.
Because I think...
Don't do this.
I think that over the course of this show, we have done a decent job of fleshing out Squeezy's personality and who he is as a being, you know?
So many questions were risen.
Yeah, you know, he is sophisticated but nervous and stumbles a lot.
He is Bella.
He is. So there was an incident that happened a couple days ago that really redefined how weird and, you know, awkward Squeezy is.
So there were maintenance workers coming by the apartment because they were checking everybody's, like, fire alarm things.
Yeah.
What are those called?
Smoke detectors?
Smoke detector. Fire alarm things. And so, like, we have, like, a freaking doorbell, which, like, no one ever uses. And whenever someone uses it, I jump out of my body because it's just not. It's so
startling. Like, I've never had a doorbell on my apartment before.
I've never had a doorbell in my whole life.
Wait.
That's, like, a bougie thing to have.
You never had a doorbell?
No, it was a knocker.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. Listen, it's a vibe.
I've had doorbells before, but it was just like not in a long time.
It's just our apartment is so small that it's so loud. Like, where is the speaker? Like,
yo,
it feels
that's a
like
really
it's
good
coming
question.
in from the ceiling.
Yo,
the sound is
where is that noise coming from though? Really?
It's just like in the wall. I don't know, but honestly, I don't like thinking
I don't want to
that.
find out.
What if there's someone, like, in a room in this building just, like, listening to us because they have us mic'd? Okay, that's my paranoid body coming in.
So, Squeezy.
So the doorbell rings, and everything happened.
Honestly, I felt like it was, like, at the beginning of New Moon when it's like, Bella cuts her fingers and suddenly there were 6
ravenous vampires
that were ready to jump, and, like, everything happens, like, in a second. Like, it felt like that happened. Moment.
In that moment, like, all 4 of us snapped up, like, oh shit.
Like, I stood up off the ground, like, you, like, threw surprise, like... Lila jumped and then Squeezy.
Squeezy took it to the extra mile. So he jumps and, like, throws his body into the base of our, like, kitchen island. And in some capacity was able to get one of his claws, like, lodged into his other paw. So his 2 paws were just, like, stuck together like he was holding his
like he was
hands.
like praying. Like, yeah.
And in this aspect, I was like, okay, I gotta save him. So I, like, picked him up and, like, brought him into the bathroom because he was, like, hissing. I was like, I'm just gonna deal with this.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, like, he just wouldn't let me near him because he was obviously, like, hurting. So we had to fucking take him to the vet to get them to unstick his paws. Luckily, like, we live really close by to our vet.
Yeah.
And tell me, Chris, what did they say again?
So he's totally fine. Let's preface with that.
He's healthy as a horse. He has lean musculature.
Yes.
Which is so true.
He's a great weight and he's got lean musculature. I'm so proud of my boy.
They're like, wow, like, you live in an apartment, like, he's he's working out. Like,
yeah, he's lifting weights, and he doesn't skip leg day.
Yeah,
but
no, it's more like I don't know what day it is.
They said that they have never seen anything like that in their lives.
I thought that was surprising. I really thought that other cats like have gotten their own paws stuck together.
I like that Squeezy is breaking boundaries. He is like redefining what a cat can do.
I'm glad that he left like a memorable impression on every vet he's ever encountered. Like when we bring Lila in, we get like a different impression. Everyone's like, oh my god, she's so nice to us. She fell asleep on us while we were like doing stuff. And it's just amazing. Squeezy is just kind of like, we have to preface it with, be nice. He is very nervous.
Yeah. I was like, they were like going to try and do that like before like taking him in the back to like unstick his paws. And I was like, he is like angry or like,
he's a test.
He's a testy one.
Yeah.
And he was just not having a good time in that moment.
Yeah, he was in pain and he was very startled.
But they said that, he must have calmed down on the walk there because I could walk to our place and he was in the carrier. And that's just like
the nice Seattle sunshine.
It's like so unnatural that they said that like he like is calmed being in the carrier. Like he gets calm. And I said like, when we flew here, he was like silent the whole time. And they said this is like really weird. Like
he is like, he's good in a crisis, just like me. And I feel like that's a trait of the anxious person. Like when you're always ready for a threat, you're really good when that happens. Mm-hmm. Like when something big happens. So that's him.
When I left, I was like, you guys got a great story. Now you could be like, yeah, this one time I had a cat whose clawed their other paw and got their paws stuck together.
Like you just want to tell them, like whenever they get stuck to anything, you're like, just retract.
Yeah.
It's okay. We all fuck up. It's okay, Squeezy.
So, Squeezy, we feel it for you,
We were like, we're just going to leave him the fuck alone. And then he was just totally fine with it. But it was nice that, like, because he was also due for his shots, like, at the same time.
Yeah, so it was like, fuck, well,
we're
here.
He just had a bad afternoon.
Yeah, he was not having a good rest of the day.
And it was so sad, like, Lila was, like, so happy when he got home. She was, like, all over him, like, making sure he was okay. It was really cute.
Oh, God, they are best friends.
Yo, so Life is Strange, a video game that we really like.
Yes.
It has been confirmed that there is now a Life is Strange 2 coming.
I am so excited for this. Like, Life is Strange is one of my favorite story-based games.
Decision games.
Yeah, like, it kicks the shit out of any Telltale game to ever exist.
Yo, like, honestly, I have not been enjoying this season of the Walking Dead game, even though Clem's there.
Like, I would probably put, for those types of games, Life is Strange is like my favorite, honestly. Yeah. And then The Walking Dead Season 1, because the story of that was just so good.
Yeah, it got me.
But like,
I'm just wondering, like, I'm not going to spoil anything about Life is Strange, so don't worry about that. But it felt very much like a complete story, and I don't really see
everybody
how
is
they
speculating that it's going to be like the same kind of premise.
But with new people in a new location?
Yes. Yeah,
I guess in like a new threat that would require time travel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
To give it in layman's terms. I hope it's also extremely queer because I really enjoyed that about the first one.
I'm excited for it to be queer. I'm excited for it to be good music because fuck, they had great music.
And it's just very good like atmosphere even when it starts getting really
honestly like I could
up.
have the title screen music like playing all the time. It was just so melodic and like pretty.
You could just leave that up like as a screensaver.
Yeah, and also I am excited for how they decide to write this one with all of the like cringy like
I hope it's very 2017. Okay, so in the first game, it's a French company, right?
Yeah, it's a French company. Yeah.
So a lot of the language is very like extreme what teens speak like. I don't know.
Hella thrash, nosh,
like wowzers.
It was like a 5 years too late kind of dialogue and like amped up to the extreme.
Let's get some chemical. Like, stop. So it was not. I hope that this one for 2017, it's just like, I don't know,
lit 7,000 times.
Like, I don't know. Those are the only two I can think of. Lit and snatched.
If they don't mention memes at least once, I'm gonna be really upset.
Yeah, like if she doesn't walk by a poster and it's just like, haha, that's a funny meme Charles made. Like,
oh, she calls it a meme. Like we've all been there.
Listen, I'll never forget like having someone say that in front of me and me having to like evaporate my body.
I said May because I didn't know.
You did?
I've at least said that once in my life.
I probably did. I think I said Mimi. Because, like, it's freaking Mimi.
Yeah.
May is a lot. That's like, there's no A's.
Mayday, I don't know what I'm doing.
Calling NASA.
What?
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, so we're just really excited about that.
I just thought it was important to bring up in case you missed the news about that.
But definitely go and pick up the first season if you haven't yet and play it because it's really good.
It's a fantastic game.
Yeah. And so I wanted to read this thread from Reddit that relates to what we talked about last week. We talked about conspiracy theories, which we totally missed a great titling of that, conspiracies with Rachel. Like we really fucked up on that. Like
separate podcast makes a new podcast.
Spin-off
but it's
series.
Just our conspiracies. Like nothing researched at all. Literally just my shower thoughts. Like to be honest, that's what this podcast is.
Yeah, so it's not any different.
It's fine.
Who knows?
So what is this thread, bitch?
This thread is just like, what is your fun conspiracy? Like, not supposed to be like super serious.
Like my shower thoughts, essentially.
Yeah, essentially. But some of these aren't like fun in the way that you think of the word fun, but I'm still gonna read some of them.
So
anyway.
The way that I think of the word fun is like some nights.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna go there, but you need to back up. Where is fun? Honestly, where are they?
Where did they go? They're not having a good time. They can come back in 2020 and be like, not great.
So.
Yeah. Come see, come saw, Okay.
All right.
Please read me the one about Elon Musk again, because that's the only one I really care about.
So Elon Musk is just an alien trying to get home and is urgently trying to usher humanity to the next level of technology so we can have the batteries necessary for the journey.
Like, that's such a long con.
Yeah.
Do you think he's really from Mars, and that's why he's so ready to go?
Honestly,
and do you think Christopher Nolan is really from the Mariana Trench?
What?
Because he's always in the ROV.
That's James Cameron.
They're the same person.
No, they're not.
When I think of like two dudes in cinema, it's like one of those two.
I definitely feel as though Elon Musk...
Am I not Miss Darbus or what?
He definitely is from a planet that's not Earth.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to get back.
I honestly feel like, in Prometheus, what's his face? Fassbender?
Yeah.
I feel like that's Elon. Like, he operates like that. Like, he is made of solar panels, like those farms.
Speaking of which, we gotta see that new Alien movie.
I know. I want to watch all of them and then go see that, but also I have to see it from the comfort of my home so I can scream.
Yeah, I don't know if I've actually seen... I'm sure there's probably like one that I've missed. I don't know how many there are in total, and I haven't seen them like all in order.
I want to watch Prometheus again so we can see like handsome Squidward in the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Just like standing there.
I forgot about that. Okay, so the next one is that Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove was originally a chipmunk turned human by Yzma with a potion. It explains his behavior and how he can talk to animals.
I love that.
I think that's beautiful.
Did you see the one about High School Musical?
Oh, yeah, BuzzFeed did this whole thing. We spoiled ourselves on the last High School Musical,
but
like...
You knew they were going to graduate.
Yeah, okay. That was a great
maybe not. That could have been fucked up. Troy, you're held back. Can you imagine? Okay.
And then it's like Troy gets his GED.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, if they do a reunion, it should just be like college musical.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be... They're too old.
Yeah, they are too old.
Grad program. Musical. Okay, anyway.
PhD. But they basically said that it was like the entire 3 movies was one musical.
Because they end on a stage or something. Like the last shot is like on a stage.
I believe it.
I just thought that was like a promotional image. Because like that was the shot everybody tried to recreate them like jumping in the air.
Okay.
Yeah. We've all been at a beach and we did that. If you did it, you're lying to me, okay?
All right. Now this one conspiracy really fucked me up.
It really shook you.
Yeah. Now that I see it, I believe it.
Oh.
So Throwback Thursday and the like were invented and popularized by Google and Facebook so that people would upload their pre-digital photos to the internet, thus enabling those companies to collect more data points on our facial features, lives, and everything else.
I don't like that. Also, most of my throwbacks are photos that already existed online. But like sometimes you do have a photo from your child.
Yeah, sometimes you pull out the old photo backs and you're like, hey, look at this one. But like
That's a lot.
That really upsets me, and I can see why they're really happy to promote those kinds of things.
Yeah, that's true.
And like memories and stuff like that. Like it kind of like,
and just time hop existing.
Yeah,
but
what happened? I don't have time hop because Facebook
I just use as my time hop because honestly I don't want to see like every giveaway I ever entered on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like that's literally what that is. Or like when you would do Facebook quizzes and then it would tweet that you did it.
Does time hop still exist?
I'm sure it does.
And how does it make money?
Time hop is honestly relative if you think about it.
Oh my god, get out of here.
Don't get me started about time again.
Okay.
So do you have any other ones?
Yeah, I got a couple more.
Okay.
That girls' pants have small pockets so that they'll buy purses.
That is probably fucking true.
Yeah.
I bet there was like a secret boardroom with like Stanley Tucci from Devil Wears Prada. They're like, fuck pockets.
Yo, I believe
the purse
it, though.
industry demands. And that's why most like dresses and stuff. Like when you find a skirt that has a pocket. Ugh.
Yeah, I forget what you bought recently, but that had pockets in it, and you were like, "Oh my god, there are pockets here!"
No, the best is when you like own a skirt for like several years, and then you realize because you just don't expect it to happen, and then you just touch your side, and you're like, "Oh my god, there was a pocket." Sometimes it's just like you have to snip a little thread, which you know what? I know it's to keep it nice, but like sometimes
I've never had an article of clothing have that. So why is it only like women's?
Oh, men's like suits and shit do that sometimes.
Do
maybe?
they? Okay.
I don't know.
Look, it's weird.
Sometimes you have to get like what are those things? A seam rip.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
Seam ripper.
You don't always just have one of those.
All right, I'm going to do the last one here then.
Okay.
Cosmopolitan magazine is written primarily for a single female audience, so they make no effort to publish useful relationship advice, but instead knowingly publish useless, harmful, and even dangerous advice, ensuring that their readers remain single and continue to purchase Cosmo.
That's fucked up. That would be so crazy if that was
That
true.
would be really fucked up.
It's like that's like one of their big industry secrets.
Yeah.
Like all of the magazines do that. Or like Elle or whatever. They're all like giving you bad skin. Because like sometimes I'll see like DIY like skincare advice from a magazine that's like literally so harmful. Like they're like use like a lemon and rubbing alcohol and coarse ground salt. That'll get off your dead skin. And it's like I'm literally dead now. Like all of my skin died. I wonder if they do that so that you continue to buy the products listed on the next page that's like, ooh, here's what Gwyneth Paltrow fucked this morning.
Honestly, I don't trust anything. Everything is a lie.
Don't trust anything Gwyneth Paltrow was trying to get you to buy also. Like, her whole, like, vaginal steaming craze that she is starting, all these gynecologists are like, please don't fucking do that. She's doing this thing where it's like, vaginal steaming to get the toxins out of the vulva. You know what?
Need to exit.
Leave your vagina alone 2017. That's the vibe.
It's doing its own thing. It knows what it's doing. It's, it's
got plans. It's got a blueprint. Chill.
You don't need to fuck with any pH or anything that's going on down there.
I just feel so bad. It's a lot.
It's too much.
Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about before we take that quiz is Ben & Jerry's. They're doing things again. They're always being great in the media.
They are, they're always politically vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're now in Australia because Australia does not have marriage equality, which really fucking sucks. And they're banning like same scoops or whatever.
There's double scoops of the same flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's usually what you would get. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
and, like, it's just, like, a small thing. And, like, I'll be honest, like, if that's what changes things in Australia, like, that's a wild move. But also, like, that's cool that they're doing that.
Yeah,
if it does
I appreciate
positive.
that Ben & Jerry's would do something like that.
But also, is it marketing? But it is. It's, like, there's so many meanings. There's always so many
there's a lot of meanings.
I'm always so conflicted when a brand does something that I politically align with because I want to criticize it, but then I also am like, is it just good though still anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would really hate for there to be more traction on this. Like, I want there to be traction on this issue so that way, like, there is marriage equality. It would just be lame if it was because of this ice cream thing. I'm not going to be like...
It should be because, like, ooh, humans, we should just give them rights.
I'm not going to be like, no, fuck off with your equality until it's actually about humans and not about ice cream. Like, sure, we'll take what we can get, but also, like, it really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
But I was going to say that I think Thailand was the first Asian country.
No, Taiwan.
Taiwan, yes, my bad.
First Asian country with same-sex marriage.
Which is fantastic.
Very cool.
Yes. Love to see that spreading around.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this quiz.
Yes. So in the one episode of Lizzie McGuire, they do the classic trope where they take like a career test, right? And it's like something you see in every
Did you do that in school?
No, I don't think so.
I did not do that as far as I can remember, which is not something to really put a lot of stock into.
That's true.
But has anybody taken a career test to tell you kind of like what you should be doing?
I'm sure I've taken like several BuzzFeeds. It's like, the way you assemble your avocado toast will show you where you'll be in 5 years. Like, I've done that.
Wow, that was so millennial.
Yeah,
with your avocado toast.
So this is supposed to be like, you answer this with the idea that whatever is there, they're all making like the same amount of money, and it's
they
like
all have the same amount of prestige associated with them too.
Which is not true, but like, okay, I'll
it's just basically it's 24 questions. You pick in between the two which job you would like, and at the end it's going to tell you which job you should have.
All right, so let's see. Okay, so the first one is, I would rather be a wildlife expert or I would rather be a public relations professional. That is a very difficult question.
Yeah, starting off with a strong one, I'm going to pick...
Because, like, I do PR.
Yeah, you do.
But I also would fucking love to be a marine biologist. So it's like, do I go with the passion? Do I go with what I'm good at? We don't even know if I'm good at marine.
Oh, I'm sure with some studying, you know?
The math.
I'm going to go with wildlife expert because I always feel as though at some point in my life I want to do something in wilderness or with nature.
You're just leaving, though.
That's fine. I'm just going.
I would rather be a company controller or I would rather be a TV news anchor. Absolutely a news anchor. Fuck yeah. I don't even know what the company controller means. Like, am I becoming an Xbox? Like, what's happening?
I don't know. Are you a remote control or are you like...
Picture me at Radio Shack.
Are you a CEO? Like, I'm a little confused about what this is, but I'm gonna pick company controller. Like,
you're not comfortable on TV?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that I probably could be, but if I had to pick between the two...
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
All right. I would rather be a tax lawyer. Absolutely not.
Oh, that sounds like great fun.
Or I would rather be a newspaper editor. Fuck yeah, editor.
I'm going to pick newspaper editor, too. I want to be...
That's a fucking lie.
What?
You do my taxes every year.
A tax lawyer? I even hate taxes. Like, I would be a mathematician. I would do anything, but I don't want to, like, be writing the laws
Would you be an
taxes.
Accountant?
Yes, I would be an accountant.
I would never look at you the same way.
But I would not be a tax lawyer. I want to be fucking Doyle running Yale Daily News.
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah.
Yes.
All right. I would rather be an auditor or I would rather be a musician.
I'll pick...
I'm actually good at music. What is auditing? That's like telling people they've been served?
That's kind of... Yeah, it's like, reviewing
I don't
like,
want to hold a
taxes.
manila envelope for the rest of my fucking time on this planet.
I will... I would rather be a musician. Like, I don't want to be an auditor, you know?
But, like, let's be honest.
Like, do I have the talent or skill to be a musician? Absolutely not, but I would still rather be that than an auditor.
The trumpet you, the trombone you.
Yeah, trombone, ooh.
I would rather be a production manager or I would rather be an advertising manager. Absolutely, fuck, I don't know, actually. Production meaning play, movie, television show, concert.
Anything like that.
Or advertising.
Manager. So like Don Draper.
I really love like everything that goes beyond advertising because a lot of it is communication. Yeah. And it's really interesting to like dissect why people react to certain things the same way, and I find it all really fascinating. However, production manager, like if it was for like a TV show, that'd be I'm gonna pick production manager because it just seems like cool to be like managing all of the different aspects of what would go into like a show or a movie. I think I'm going to do advertising because I feel like I'd be better at it. Okay. I would rather be an accounting manager. I'd rather be a history professor. Okay, history professor, even though... Well, I mean, I would do that. I'd fuck that. I'm going to pick history professor too just because I want to be a professor. Okay. Like, and I could talk... More than an accountant. I could talk about, history. You'd rather be a bookkeeper or an electrician? Bookkeeper. I'm going to say electrician. Fuck keeping any book. Anything that requires me to use an Excel sheet, I'm just very upset.
Okay.
But, like, electrician, picture me turning on lights.
Yeah, twisting those wires.
Yeah, bitch.
I would rather be a writer, or I would rather be an elected official.
Writer. I'm not, don't elect me.
Writer. Definitely writer.
Oh, shit. Okay. I would rather be a clerical worker or a carpenter.
Ooh, carpenter.
I'm making some goddamn mid-century modern furniture, bitch.
I'll build the house for it to go in.
My new favorite YouTube channel is Modern Builds. Because,
oh, yeah.
And it's like, they're teaching me how to make furniture, and they're like, yeah, so I got out my, like, 3/500 saw 50, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I have one of those. Like, I wish.
Yeah, it's in my warehouse that I have, totally.
Okay, I'd rather be a payroll manager, my hell, or a manager of engineering. What am I going to do with these?
I'm going to pick engineering because...
Same. Fuck payroll. But I feel like you would be better at payroll, but also I don't know.
I'd probably be kind of decent at both of them, but I like engineering.
Chris is honestly like... He's very smart. And I'm just none of these are really creative.
Yeah, I hope we get to some creative ones later.
Okay, I'd rather be an audit manager.
What is with auditing?
Or a safety. Ooh, I'm a safety binge. I'm very like, let's do it by the books. Let's not get
all right, I'll be an audit manager.
Like, you know when you have to take those, like, safety things, or, like, a Target, because I was working in food.
Yeah, those videos?
I, like, never got a question wrong. Because I studied my shit. Okay? I'm not getting sued.
I would rather be an artist, there you go, or I'd rather be a salesperson.
I'll be an artist.
I'm going to be an artist, too, because I don't want to, like...
You don't want to sell people. Yeah. You can't.
I can't even sell myself on something. I'm like, nah, true. I can't do this.
I can't afford this.
Anybody says anything about, like, oh, but I got a bill. I'm like, don't worry about it. You don't got to buy this. It's okay.
Okay, now we're getting to, like, the real questions.
Oh, shit.
So this says, I'm usually patient when I have to wait on an appointment, or I get restless when I have to wait on an appointment. I am patient. I'm like, if you keep me waiting for 5 hours... I'm just not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'll just be on Twitter.
I will say I get restless when I have to wait on an appointment. I'm like, we got this appointment. Where are we at,
I know.
All right. So is it easy to laugh at one's little social errors or faux pas, or is it hard to laugh at one's little social errors or faux pas?
I don't know. Because it's like, I make...
Are we talking about, like, in the secrecy of my own home, or, like, into their face?
Like, I mean, when I'm out and about and, like, something happens, which happens all the time,
Yeah, it's life. I'm going to say it's hard to laugh because, like, I'm not going to be like, haha, you just fucking tripped on that sidewalk, like.
Oh, are we laughing at ourselves? I'm thinking about myself.
No.
I'm thinking about me.
No, like, to somebody else.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'm like, no, I feel you. I would die.
That's how I'm taking this as.
Oh, because, like, if it's myself, I always laugh about it because I'm like, haha, I'm so cool. I don't even care that I'm going to think about this for 6 days now. Like, literally, anytime I embarrass myself in public.
Is it wise to make it known if someone is doing something that bothers you? Or is it wise to remain silent if someone is doing something that bothers you?
Look, I don't know if it's wise, but I definitely stay silent.
It's wise to make it known. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like, even when I get the incorrect food, I'm like...
Yeah, that's just...
Meanwhile, Chris is like... always gets that Postmates fucking comped.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, yo, refund my order every 2 seconds.
I know, but it's like, okay. It's not really okay to argue with others even when you know you're right, or it's okay to argue with others when you know you're right.
It depends on the company of who I'm arguing with.
When I'm arguing with you, it's okay if I know I'm right.
Yeah.
If I'm out and about...
If it's anybody else?
Yeah. I'm gonna say... it's not okay.
I'm gonna say it's okay.
It is okay, though, just letting you know. I'm anti-confrontation, and that has just been my life. I like to bargain to get a good price.
Me.
Or I don't like to bargain. Like, who doesn't want the deal?
I want the fucking bargain, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, like, here, I got 17 coupon codes. Use them in a way that gets me the most money off.
Honey,
Yeah.
It's a great app. Okay, it's easy to be outgoing and sociable at a party with strangers, or it's hard to be outgoing. It's like, okay, here's the thing. It's hard for me to get to the outgoing situation that I need to be at. But once I'm there, I'm great. Like, I'm great at socializing, but it's just the anticipation of getting there that gets me.
Yeah. See,
so I don't know what to fucking answer.
Mine is going to be, it's hard to be outgoing and sociable at a party. I would say for you, it's easy because, like, it's not talking about the getting there.
Because, like, if this is saying, like, I need to work a crowd, bitch, get me that, you know, open bar and I'm here.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I get you. I would read the instructions first when putting a new toy together for a child, or I would just jump in and start putting the new toy together for a child.
No, I just read them.
Read it, especially if it's for a child. I don't want the shit breaking. But
like I'm just even thinking about my IKEA furniture.
Yeah, it could be the simplest thing, and I'm still looking at the instructions.
Like our bed.
Yeah.
All right, it's usually best to be pleasant and let others decide if your ideas are worth accepting, or it's usually best to be forceful and sell your ideas to others. I'm pleasant.
I am pleasant and letting other people be, like, at work, if I have an idea and people are like, I'm like, okay, totally, it was terrible, just, it's wrong.
Just please, give me a raise. I usually like to work cautiously, or I like to work fast.
Oh.
It depends. If it's a job I like, I work cautiously because I take my time. Not cautiously, but, like, I take time. But if it's a job that I don't like and I want to get it over with, sometimes I can be quick.
I'm going to say cautiously.
I'm going to say cautious because more often than not,
okay,
that applies.
Generally, I prefer to work quietly with a minimum of wasted movement. Generally, I prefer to move around and burn some energy while I work.
What kind of job? I guess it depends. Yeah, like if you're working like with your hands a lot and you're outside.
I'm going to say work quietly with minimum of wasted movement. Because, I mean, that's my job now.
I pace. I'm going to say that, though. I will say minimum movement just because, like, I'm just picturing, like, what I would be doing. And that's usually, like, at a desk.
I don't like to have to persuade others to accept my ideas when there is a strong, forceful opposition or argument. Or I like to sell and promote my ideas to others even when it takes some argument.
I don't know.
I don't like to have to persuade people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Okay.
It's better to listen carefully and be sure you understand when topics are being discussed, or it's better to speak up quickly and be heard when topics are being discussed.
I don't want to sound dumb.
It's like, it just depends on the situation. Oh my God, I think it's doing it. I think it's calculating.
It says, please wait.
Listen, bitch. This is from the Princeton Review, okay? So this better be fucking accurate, okay?
Yeah. All right, so we had to take a quick break there because our phones just did not work with this, and so we just did it really quick again on a computer to get the results. And so it doesn't give you a legit, like, here's the career you should have, but it kind of gives you, it separates it by two things, your interest and your style. And it has colors associated with it. Red is expediting, green is communicating, blue is planning, and yellow is administrating. So it says for my interests that mine are yellow. So people with yellow interests like job responsibilities that include organizing and systemizing. And professions that are detail-oriented, predictable, and objective.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking accurate. And then for my style, it's blue. And it says, people with a blue style prefer to perform their job responsibilities in a manner that is supportive and helpful to others with a minimum of confrontation. They prefer to work where they have time to think things through before acting.
Okay,
yes, this is absolutely on the dot me. Like, damn, that was really... There's more information here, but I'm not going to read it all.
So for mine, my interest is green, which is communicating.
Wow.
And it says people with green interests like job responsibilities and occupations that involve persuasion, sales, promotions, or group and personal contact. People with green interests enjoy activities that include motivating, mediating, selling, influencing, etc. So like consulting or therapy or marketing.
Okay, so spot on.
Yeah.
True.
And then it says my style is yellow, which is administrating, and it says people with yellow, they're orderly and planned to meet a known schedule. They prefer to work to get things done with minimum of interpretation and unexpected change. That's
this is
extremely real.
This was so accurate.
Because I like a plan, and I don't like spur of the moment shit. Like all of the things that I do socially, I like to plan I at least need a good 24 hours. If not, I like to plan everything like a week in advance, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to call the restaurant ahead. I like to look at the menu. And that applies to like every aspect of my life.
So, all in all, Princeton Review got us on the nose.
We'll tweet the link to this if you want to take this yourself and see if it, helps you out.
Yeah, if you guys are having trouble picking a career. But I guess this is a good time now to go to some questions.
Yeah.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
So today's episode of Coffee with Rachel is once again sponsored by adamandeve.com.
So for your Memorial Day, you had some time off. We hope you took a little bit of extra special time with some gifts from Adam and Eve.
Just relax, everyone. That's what I did this weekend.
That's the name of the tune. So as always, we have a great deal for Adam and Eve. If you go to adamandeve.com and use code CWC, you get 50% off of just about any item. 3 free adult DVDs, a free mystery gift, and free shipping. That's a lot of free shit.
So that's, once again, adamandeve.com. Use code CWC to get that discount. So we want to take a second to thank Patreon Alexandria, who has a podcast with her friend Cody, which is called Into the Twilight. It's a Twilight podcast, and it is it's lit. It's everything you needed when you were reading the book and you were like, why is this so problematic? Well, they've really broke it down for you.
You can find it every Monday on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So just go to soundcloud.com/intothetwilight. All right, and we're back with the questions from patreon.com/coffeewithrachel, all the Patreon binches. And this question's from Lynn and Drew, who said, I recently started working at a bridal shop and was wondering what Rachel would see herself in if you got married.
Ooh, that's fun. I always picture something like very lacy. I also really like cap sleeves because I'm not like a huge fan of my arms, so I wouldn't want to do first of all, these tits are not doing strapless. It's not happening. I need support. So I feel like I would do something that had like a fluttery sleeve and was lacy, and just fit me great.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do anything that was super tulip, I don't know, fits your body really well. I would kind of want it to be more of a A-line. I don't know.
Do you want a long
flowy?
train?
I want it to be flowy at the bottom.
Shorter, really, really long, have a long ass train. What are you thinking?
I don't know, because I'm getting married in a forest probably if we actually do a wedding thing.
Nettles
True. It'll be dirty. I don't know. I honestly feel like what's gonna end up happening is I'll just wear a really cute white cocktail dress to the courthouse.
Okay, that works.
Fun. But I do picture lace,
And you always see me in a gray suit.
Yeah,
tux,
I don't. You
whatever.
Just look so good in gray, and gray is just it's a good alternative to black. It's not as formal, tux vibes. And I picture you having I don't know, Jeffrey Zakarian style, just sprig of rosemary pinned to your lapel and not an actual flower.
I would love to do that. I would love the sprig of rosemary.
And my bouquet or whatever would have whatever
cilantro.
Kind of white ass flower. Yeah, and then it would just be cilantro. No, I would have ferns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very nice and green.
That's
what I picture.
We're gonna be married next to a birch tree,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
some tree has to be there. Okay.
All right, and we got some clarification on Tuesday morning.
Oh,
the store.
We got the DL. Okay, DHL. Internet.
Oh my god. So it's called Tuesday morning because the truck comes on Mondays and then all the hot deals in the new stock are available on Tuesday mornings.
Which is the smartest marketing ever, even though no one knew.
I was going to say it's the dumbest marketing.
Oh. But it's you know to expect. Go to Tuesday morning on Tuesday morning for the best deals.
But it's
ever shop
you're alienating every other day of the week. Nah, don't go there.
Wednesday afternoon, not a chance.
Monday, that's the fucking worst. They got nothing at that point.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd only want to shop there on Tuesdays.
What if you were only open on Tuesdays?
That's just a weird store. That's really weird.
All right, so the next question is, have we heard of PodCon and will we be going because it is in Seattle?
So
and yeah, that's Hank Green's newest, he's just taking over the conventions, man.
Since, everybody is now making podcasts because, that's
podcasts are the new YouTube channels.
Yeah, because YouTube
that's
is
fine.
hey, fuck you guys.
Even though podcasts have been around longer, but it's just, I feel more...
Everybody forgot they existed.
Yeah, I don't know. People are actually figuring out how to, listen to a podcast. Because I remember that used to be, an enigma. I was how do I even listen to it?
What is an RSS reader? Who is this?
But yeah, we do want to go. Hopefully we get
invited. It's in fucking Seattle. How perfect.
Yeah.
So
I wonder why they picked Seattle. Are we a podcast city?
I would.
There are a lot of
I would
here.
think like that would fit the vibe.
It does fit the vibe.
Yeah.
Also, like, are we not so sick of going to everything in LA? Like, can we pick a city that it's not like hot as fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why they chose it. They're like,
that would be great.
Seattle's great. It's very
I feel like
chill.
every convention is in like. It's in like Texas, California, or Florida, like
or San Francisco,
all the hot
San
states.
Diego. That's what I'm thinking.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let's pick some northern ones.
Hell yeah!
Besides, like,
let's go to fucking like Maine.
Yeah, that would be perfect. There's never gonna be a convention like more north than New York City, like
New York. Okay.
New York. All right, so the next one is: do you miss YouTube, or are you glad to be rid of it?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Throw it in the trash.
Okay, like, there are aspects that I miss. One, like, sometimes I'll still think of, like, video ideas, and I'm like, ooh, that would have been fun, or whatever. And I do, I like, now I'm kind of at the point where I'm becoming, like, a viewer again, and not as much in the community, and it feels weird to not be on that side. And, like, I do miss, like, the community gatherings and stuff, but to be fucking blunt, it's a no from me. Like, I really, I'm feeling good about the choice, to be honest. More and more each day.
You've been extremely happier.
Extremely
happier in your stores.
I just wish that I could, I don't know, sometimes I just wish I could fully express, like, how much I wasn't enjoying it at the time, because then it just makes me sound like a shit, because then there's people that are enjoying the content, and it's not about that. It's just, like, I don't know. I just think about it and the place I was in when I was, like, still doing it, when I felt like I still just needed to do it because I was like, oh, well, what else am I going to do, Why take a jump and do something different? And now I'm just really glad that I did do that, because that was a big, bold move for
bold and brash.
Me. A lot of people think it's like, oh, my God, how could you give that up or whatever? And it's like, It took a lot, like, years of deliberation.
Yeah, like, but it wasn't like it just happened in 2016. Like, we were talking about this, it came up over and over again. Like,
but that was the most, like, I would say, like, the most selfish choice I made, like, in recent time, where I was really just like, I'm gonna look after myself and not
selfish
think about...
in a good way. Selfish in a good way.
Because, I mean, honestly, the only reason why I was holding on to it was because, one, I felt like I still owed it to the people that were interested in watching it, to continue doing it, because I didn't want to let people down. And I also just, had put so much time in it that I felt, like I had to keep going. But I don't know, like, it's a testament to know that, like, you can, even if it's something that, like, you did put time into, you can walk away from something and find something else and, like, I don't know, move forward in that way. Like, you don't always have to move forward on the path that you just chose at that moment. And, like, honestly, the way that I chose it, like, I never, like, if I were to go into it, I know I say this all the time, like, if I were to go into making a YouTube channel now, it would be, like, so different from what I was doing.
Yeah.
It would be, like, more of a genre, whatever. And I did get into it, like, in a weird way where it was, like, it was a hobby turned career turned weird mystery.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
This applies to all aspects of, like, careers, whatever you're thinking of. If you picked something, you're in it for a couple years, you realize, like, wow, I am unhappy as fuck.
Now, like, I'm not telling people to, like, just quit their jobs, run free. But, like, line something else up, obviously.
Yeah, like...
But don't be afraid to, like, apply for other things. Interview for other things.
Try and shift your life to that new direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, one direction.
I'm like, I know a lot of people hate change, and change can be very overwhelming. Yeah. But I am one of those people that, like, I live for change. I really enjoy... And it's so weird because I am that planning binge. Yeah. I'm change, but, like, I do plan the change.
Maybe you just really like planning. Maybe you should be a wedding planner.
Whoa, I couldn't do that.
No, that's stressful.
I mean, I could decorate a table, let's be honest. Get me an Ina Garden.
A decorator.
I really do think I should just
be a Ina Garden's new show is coming back soon, right?
Or, yeah, it's like this
starting.
Weekend.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Hell
I can't wait to see
how
this
I
woman
celebrate
in
my Memorial Day.
Vivid 4K.
Ooh.
They're probably shooting in, like, such high quality.
60 frames per second. I would love that.
I want to get, like, a really nice TV just so I can watch her in beautiful...
Yeah, goals for this year is, like, get a really high-def TV at some point. That would be great.
That way, whenever... I don't know, whenever the new Life is Strange comes out, it'll be, like, hella crisp.
Oh, my God.
Hella Nosh crisp.
Yeah. And the last question that we're going to go with is, most embarrassing band you have ever regularly listened to?
Shit.
All right, so what do you got, Metro Station?
Oh, fuck yeah. Metro Station. I literally had t-shirts.
Yeah.
Cobra Starship. Who Who else? There's just like, it could be so many different things.
All right, so I had this phase where I was like listening to like angry music, you know, like 30 Seconds to Mars.
Fuck up.
Not like straight up like metal or anything like that, but just like angry.
Tinfoil.
Like Rage Against the Machine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Switchfoot? Christian fucking rock.
Oh, did not listen.
I just didn't know.
No,
I didn't know what I was doing back then. Okay.
I'm not going to count Linkin Park in this list because...
that's a bold choice.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Or am I?
Ooh.
I know.
Anybody else?
I just think about how angsty I used to be about music and how I really just chilled the fuck out.
I used to always be like, you always ask me like, you'll play like one album, but like over and over and over again, or like one artist over and over and over again. And you're always asking me like, are you okay with this? Cause like, I just let you make the music choices because I don't have that much of a preference. And I'm just like, yeah, it's totally fine. But that's how I always listen to music. I just listen to like, I would make like, I would burn a CD of like a couple different songs, and that I would listen to that for like an entire like half year.
When you would get those CDs that had like 32 tracks or whatever, and they were like really expensive to buy. Yeah. I loved making CDs and everything, and listening to them in my boombox.
Oh my god, taking my CD player with me on the bus ride to school.
My CD-ROM.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my Walkman.
Those were the times.
I don't miss that actually at all.
Yeah, no, it's really easy having
and it's
everything on the
scratched.
device.
Oh man, I can't tell you how many mixed CDs or whatever like got scratched.
Oh my god, if like the little eye inside of the CD player like got scratched or anything, it doesn't read any of the discs anymore. Like I've had that happen.
I don't miss any of that, honestly.
No,
but yeah, I'm very much like, I will be in a mood, and so I will listen to like that entire artist's discography like that day, and then I move on. Or I'm like, I'm listening to the same album for like months straight, like nothing else.
Like, I'm prepared for this next month to just be, like, a whole bunch of Jason Mraz in preparation for Jason Mraz.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sadly listening to the Decemberists because I can't go to that fucking concert. And I'm making myself upset. That and Harry Styles' new album. Like, those are, like, literally the only things I've been listening to.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I'm still, like, really into that album. Like, it's
good.
Fucking great. There's not a song on it that I don't like, which is very rare for all music. So, like,
that's what I always define as, like, a good album in my mind, is when there's no one song that I'm like, oh man, just skip
There's
this.
not even one on that album that I'm like, it's my least fave. Like, I couldn't even tell you. They're all just equally good. Yeah. Some are better. I don't know. We'll see. I love music. This is a good time of the year for music. I feel like a lot of shit comes out. When the fuck does Lord's new album come out? She's been hyping it forever. I feel like it has to be this summer.
Idea. Is there like a time of year when like music is like extra coming out?
I don't know, like, because like there's some artists that just like release it as soon as it's ready, but there's some that have more of like a plan, I feel like, promotionally behind it and the release. Like, I don't know. I just compare like whatever Katy Perry does. I feel like she's got a plan. That bitch knows when she's gonna release music. Mm-hmm. I haven't listened to her new shit either because she's a fucking mess to me. Like, it's fine.
All right. Well, with that, I think this is a good time to wrap this up. It's only about like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. So
shut the fuck up. Oh my god. All right. Well, binches, stay tuned. The rest of you guys, thanks for having some iced tea with us.
I had hot tea. Thank you very much.
Oh, whatever. But it's ice cold now, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you guys next week. We hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend or just a weekend.
Yes.
Bye.
So, going off of Rachel's suggestion from last week, we did you guys as Pokemon.
I finally had a good idea, you know?
And I have no idea about half of these. This is after the time that I left the Pokemon world, but we're just going to roll with it. We're going to fuck up the names.
And to be honest, like, I had some cards, but I wasn't, like, I never watched the show, and I never really played any games, so I feel like I'm going to fuck all these up.
But... Alright, so why don't you start it off?
Alright, we're starting off with Ishbel Mendez, who is the old Bellsprout.
Alexandria Taylor is Sunflora.
Valerie Molina is Moltres.
Emily Sweeney is Boundsweet.
Melanie Weldon is Swellow.
Alex Capraro is Firo.
Kim Boyver is Snover.
Shannon Shires is Shiftry.
Alicia McKee is Mankey.
Kimberly Proza is Probopass.
Sarah Booth is Pumpkaboo, which I want to see.
That's my new Pokemon.
Yeah.
Taylor Collins is Guzzlord.
Emma Corbeil is Corsola.
Angelica Feliz is Tangela.
Renee Medina is Metacharm.
Gwen Stowe is Blastoise.
Victoria Thu is Victory Bell.
Sloan Fuller is Stuffle.
Kat Schultz is Caterpie.
Megan Burrell is Delibird.
Kim Greeley is Chimchar.
Jason Gonzalez is Porygon.
Lindsay Torlina is Tornadus, which is also Chris.
Jess Adams is Kadabra.
Megan Oxley is Dustox.
Daisy Blossom Dottie is C-Dot.
Kennedy Rochelle is Shelder.
M. Simek is Simisear.
Rebecca Edmondson is Monferno.
Taryn Parker is Paris.
Alana Barbosa is Barboach.
Lutzi is Gloom.
Megan Ashley is Rapidash.
Bailey Lynn is Clink.
Also us at the end of this podcast. Emily Tormey is War Turtle.
Sonia Vazbrun is Vanillish.
Me when I get a Bath & Body Works candle. Sabrina Hughes is Sableye.
Fiona is Phoebus.
Stephanie Oliver is Poliwag.
Juanita Cara is Scarmony.
Annie Wynn is Wingull.
Cassandra Lee is Hitmonlee.
Emma Nygren is Gren Ninja.
Courtney Hall is Corefish.
Becca Jansen is Sentret.
Angela Sue is Pseudo-Wudo.
Amazing. Michelle North is Snorlax.
Aaron Bray is Braviary.
Jada Goshi is Gollum.
My Elizabeth is Burmy.
Squeezy. Talia Miller is Miltank.
Margarita is Marowak.
Avery Labelson is Weepin' Bell.
Anthony Hood is Hoot Hoot.
Mariah Hanna is Magmar.
Liz Holbrook is Charizard.
Jennifer Habgood is Goomy.
Madison Greer is Deerling.
Madison Wolf is Buzzwole.
Megan McNally is Meganium.
Megan Preyas is Lapras.
Corey Springfield is Spritzy.
Ilka is Frillfish.
Jaxador Who is Munchlax.
Nicole Allen is Alakazam.
Bridget Carey Davis is Brione.
Sophia Cock is Reggie Rock.
Ash Roselle is Sandslash.
Jackie Burkhardt is Froakie.
Beth Fonseca is Parasect.
Ian Murphy is Murkrow, which honestly...
So murky.
So perfect.
Kendall Berg is Bergmite.
Megan Grilly is Grimer.
Chloe Ireland is Stoutland.
Taka Roach is Toxic Roke.
Whoa.
Very close.
Haley Cadwalder is Walreen.
Camellia Malky is Armaldo.
Maddie Pullman is Poliwhirl.
Amanda Pete is Mantine.
Caitlin Whalen is Whale Lord.
Okay. Cody Robinson is Pineco.
Lauren Chavone is Wishy Washy.
Dana Daly is Kakuna.
Claire Wood is Whooper.
Anna Hernandez is Cartana.
Sarah is Torterra.
Vlyn and Drew are Sandshrew.
Hillary Gay is Larvitar.
Mackenzie Knight is Pig Knight.
And Rachel Evans is Chestnut.
Amazing. Alright, so what is your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, God, that's a fucking hard-ass question.
Okay, I like, what's the pink blob?
Ditto?
Ditto. Okay, so the rest of you guys are Ditto, okay?
Alright.
We've got Allison Francois.
Ashley Riefenberger.
Joanna Jensen.
Mallory.
Allie Malone.
Kathleen Wynn.
So thanks, guys. We hope you enjoyed. Look up your Pokemon. Let us know what you think, you know?
Yeah, I think that, Ditto is a good fit for you.
What about you?
I don't know.
I also really fucked with Ninetales.
Oh.
I had a holographic one, and I thought I was,
yeah.
like, the coolest fucking fifth grader.
I was always a fan of Squirtle. From the show. Yeah, he was a really cool guy.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.